the UK Open. Joe Cullen already has a semi-final appearance on the European Tour to his name as well this year, given his run in Munich at Easter time. But facing a very tough assignment in the final match of the day here in Gibraltar. Michael Smith, the number 3 seed here for this tournament. And maybe, just maybe, he could be on course for his 4th European Tour title. We'll find out soon enough. It's a tough assignment for him as well. And only time will tell, Dan Dawson. Yes, and Russ Bray just giving a few of his dance moves there, but we are past the watershed, so I think it's just about allowed. We'll let that one go. Yeah, we apologise to people watching in foreign countries where kids haven't.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First leg, Michael to throw first. Game on.
I think Michael Smith, well, he might not read too much into it, but I think he'd be well aware of the fact that Joe Cullen has had a bit of a grip on things as far as these two are concerned in recent times. Yeah, it's their meetings before. It's a strange one, this, because when I was looking up the head-to-head stats earlier on, it surprised me, because Joe Cullen's one of these players who you expect, whoever he's up against, he'll have beaten him at some point, because Joe's a phenomenally talented player. It's consistency that's let him down. It's only these last few months where he seems to have turned a corner and is producing on a much more regular basis.
54.
But the 6 meetings that they've had, Michael Smith has only won 1 of them. Now, Michael Smith is world number 8. He's a Premier League player. He's a man who made the quarterfinals of the World Championship and made the semi-finals of the Grand Slam. Until the UK Open this year, Joe had not made a major quarterfinal. They're of a similar age, 25 for Michael Smith, 26 for Joe Cullen, and they first met on what was called New Kids on the Oche, which is like a... Which I've been reading all about. Oh, yeah, it was like a precursor to the Youth Tour. Yeah. I think its full title was Phil Taylor's New Kids on the Oche.
95. Michael, you require 157.
Well, let's just see if Smith can do this. He can't. But you don't have to go too far back for their most recent meeting.
137.
It was in the Players' Championship in Barnsley in March. Cullen winning that one 6-1.
57. Michael, you require 20.
Yeah, the only win that Michael had was last April. He won that 6-2. A lot of the other ones are in the dim and distant, but Michael Smith gets the first leg on the board here.
Michael Smith, second leg, Joe to throw first.
But Joe Cullen beat Kevin Painter
93.
in the first round, and it was an absolutely belting game as well. Kevin played some really good darts, got himself in a position where he was 5-3 up.
93.
But he didn't panic, he didn't look flustered, Joe. He just went about his business. He ended up with an average of 96.
93.
There was a brilliant 119 checkout, the Federico. As it will forever be known. Was it as good as George Federico's? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I think it was. Nothing's as good as George Federico's. What was different about it? It wasn't thrown by George Federico, by a man who seemingly has little control of where the darts land. You're a hard man to please, Dan. But he won the last 3 legs. Cullen. Painter was obviously furious. Snarling. Oh, now. First maximum, but it doesn't get into a finish. So Joe Cullen's got 6 darts from 1-2-2, and this is the sort of situation where recently he's been producing darts like that. And from being in a spot of bother on his own throw, he's now going to get 2 darts to hold and level a match at 1 apiece. Double 16. Still double 16. And there it is, and he's just composed. He takes his time. It's really good to see.
$57.
Well, we earmarked this one earlier on as one to watch, and so far it's lived up to its billing.
85.
We have had some phenomenal games of darts today, I have to say. I mean, it's hard to pinpoint the best one, if you know what I mean. There are many candidates for the match of the day so far. Certainly, Chisnell Steve West was fascinating. That went 6-5. Nick Fulwell put MVG through his paces in an entertaining one as Cullen fires in his second maximum of the match as he looks to attack the Michael Smith throw. 3-1-8 is inside 3 legs here.
100.
Mensur Suljevic awaits the winner of this one. Mensur seeing off Jermaine Watermainer earlier on in a pretty convincing win.
95.
95. Not down to a finish. Cullen. What's he going to leave himself? Well, he'll leave himself tops, I think.
139.
And it is tops. And Joe Cullen has a chance now to get a breaker throw and go into the lead. Michael Smith's going to apply some pressure.
140. Joe, you require 40.
Double 10. Still double 10.
30.
Now, that is a missed opportunity, and Michael Smith.
Certainly is, either side of the wire there.
He wasn't even looking there, Michael Smith. He seemed to be heading off towards the table for a drink of water. That'll do.
6 double 16, that's beautifully done.
It wasn't what he was aiming for, I can assure you that.
I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, it was unorthodox, shall we say, but mission accomplished. Just a quick pointer for tomorrow's action. We'll just see if Smith can fill this up, and he can. Something for everyone tomorrow, I think. If you want a Gibraltarian, we've got Dyson Parodi. If you want a world youth champion, he's up against Max Hopp. We've got Michael van Gerwen, the world #1 on stage tomorrow as well. The world champion Gary Anderson against James Wade. What a battle that'll be. We've got 1 or 2 qualifiers, dangerous lurkers, dangerous floaters in the draw as well. Joe Mernon. There's a very big danger in the bottom half of the draw as well. It could open up for Joey Mernon tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it was 100 average for Joey Mernon today.
100.
He's up against Ian Whites, who again was taking the distance to some extent.
Yeah, it was another entertaining game, but you know, that top quarter of the draw where you've got Michael van Gerwen, the world #1, against Mervyn King, the guy who's probably played the best darts we've seen this weekend. 105 average from Mervyn, bang on 105.
56.
And then the other one in that quarter sees 2 guys who are qualifiers, a 19-year-old who's never been in a PDC quarter-final, and a home qualifier, host nation qualifier, Dyson Parodi. As Joe Cullen looks at double 18 and takes it out, and it's 2 apiece here. And it is anybody's game. Michael Smith made a real breakthrough last year in making his first major semi-final as Cullen fires in a 3rd maximum. The first major semi-final at the Grand Slam, then the quarter-final of the Worlds, and he was very, very close to seeing off Barney as well. He probably should have done it. He was absolutely furious, said he threw the game away. Big step forward for Michael Smith. Obviously, the Premier League didn't go how he wanted it to, but still made a number of quarter-finals this year. Quarter-final of the Masters, a couple of UK Open quarter-finals, semi-final at the German Darts Masters, another quarter-final in Barnsley. So,
105.
He'll be all right, Michael Smith. He's got an immense amount of talent. Now, can he take out the 164? What a shot this would be, Michael Smith. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful from Michael Smith. 164 check out on the bullseye to deny Joe Cullen, who was sat there ready to pounce for a break of throw and a 3-2 lead.
That's breathtaking stuff from Michael Smith, it really is. That's exactly what he can do, and when he's on song, he is arguably one of the greatest players to watch at the moment.
93.
So quick. And deadly at times. And the crowd really appreciated that as well.
Yeah, well, look, his 3 European Tour wins. He beat Benito van der Pas in the final in Riesa, and the other 2 he's beaten Michael van Gerwen. 7th for the Tom 40. Now, you don't beat Michael van Gerwen in the final. You certainly don't do it, you know, once might be a fluke, twice is no fluke. This man has serious amounts of talent.
I think it's time we check the averages here.
Well, let's do that.
126.
Yeah, 101 for Smith at the moment.
134. Michael require 142.
Just under 97.
Oh, look at this. Ooh, he stayed there. You could hear it. Audible annoyance of Michael Smith.
32.
Oh, well, he went the bullseye route. 25 would have left treble 19 for Bull, and obviously hitting the 20 means it can't be done. So Michael Smith, he's usually very good on double 10. Hit it here, and he's got a two-leg cushion. It's a good guide. Oh, it's closer. Oh, and he took a moment, composed himself, and he couldn't find it. He's hit that dart, which he wanted to use as a guide, but he's hit the wrong side of it. It's just skewed away. So Cullen, double 6 now. And there it is, rescues it, and it's 3 apiece. We've had 6 consecutive holds of throw, but they've not been without their dramas.
Yeah, right in the middle of the bed, that one as well. Michael Smith didn't watch, but he just waited for the reaction, waited for the call of rust break. And that was all he needed to know. We've had 4 matches so far today to go to 11 legs. This could well be another.
It's so effortless.
It really is. Shelling peas. It really is.
He does. He's got a firm base when he turns to the hockey. You just watch him set up here. And he's just locked there. And the only thing that's moving is the arm. And when he gets it right, it's just so easy for him to follow.
Yeah, as you said, the word there, effortless, and it does look very, very easy, but
it does make it look like he's not bothered, that he doesn't care. You know he does, because, I mean, a lot of Michael's problems were mental problems where he'd get frustrated, a bit like we saw Steve West earlier on, and he said he had to work hard on that. And look at this.
71.
Well, Steve West was boiling over earlier, wasn't he? He was absolutely livid.
Like a kettle with specs.
Now,
he does love double 10, Michael Smith, but the problem is when you start missing inside, he leaves himself double 5. And double 5, well, can be a problem, but not when you smash it bang in the middle there. And Michael Smith, it's another hold of throw. It's 4-3, and on we go.
Joe Cullen out of the blocks with a maximum, not to be.
And there you see,
yeah, you heard 100.
That.
55.
99 plays 99. Michael Smith's just edged it on the first 9. But
96.
Well, there is very little between the, well, 0.01 in the averages right now.
60.
Wow.
56.
Visits of 55 and 60 for Michael Smith in this leg so far. Making up for it here, though. Look at that again. More than making up for it with his 4th 180 of the match. 7th in total. Might be another one here, but Cullen heads to the 19s instead. To leave 70. Sets it up very nicely.
Joe, you require 70.
12 for tops or 20 for double 16. He goes for double 16.
38.
Just outside now. Michael Smith, 106. This could be a game changer. We've not seen a break of throw in this match as yet. 86 left. Oh, he stayed there. He liked the line.
40.
Well,
Joe,
that.
32.
Okay, he hits it, he leaves double top.
Game shot on the 8th leg. Joe Cullen, 9th leg. Michael to throw first.
Interesting choice from Michael Smith.
Curious choice of shot selection there. I don't know what Rod would have made of that. We'll ask him next time we see him.
95.
He's not been on the text. I think he's glued to this. I hope so. The upshot is it is 4 apiece.
It is.
We have had 8 consecutive holds of throw, and there you see everything done in 5 or 6 visits to the ball. Averages of 198. That will knock it up to 99 for Joe Cullen. Staying down on the 19s. And there you go. That leaves a bit of a showpiece, the 1-3-2. Joe Cullen had a go at it earlier and missed the bullseye entirely.
121. Michael, you require 132.
Wow. Treble 19. It looks a good lie if he finds the treble. He doesn't. But he sets it up very nicely.
Joe,
it might just be a big checkout like this that swings this game. And, you know, Joe needs to find a break of throw.
87.
And if Michael Smith goes out here, then he's going to have to do it in the deciding leg. Assuming, of course, that he can hold throat in the 10th. But it's not been great on double 10. Not been great on double 10.
30.
Still not great on double 10.
Carbon copy of that previous visit, wasn't it? Where he had one to the right of the wire and one inside. And he has to go to double 5 again. But Cullen here with a great opportunity to break the throw.
48.
And he hasn't taken it.
Michael, you require 10.
That was the chance for Cullen to really steal a march on Michael Smith. And he hasn't taken it. And once again, Smith pings the double 5 with relative ease.
You just saw for the first time this weekend, really, a sort of trace of anger or frustration on Joe Cullen's face as he was at the back of the stage there. He managed to keep his emotions in check against Kevin Painter, and he managed to win the last 3 legs. He has to win the last 2 legs
57.
here. So he's got to hold and then break if he's going to book his place in the final day of action here at the Gibraltar Darts Trophy.
99.
Michael Smith, the number 3 seed, is being made to work incredibly hard for this win, and it is not secure yet. This could help. This could help. That's a 5th 180 for Michael Smith. 8 for the match between them. Joe Cullen doesn't find a treble, and Michael Smith, the game is in the palm of his hand. Can he seize it? He might be, you know. He might be. Back-to-back 1080s. This is the talent of this lad.
Great to watch. Really great to watch.
It's been a phenomenal game. Really good game. And I'll tell you what, if Joe Cullen does lose this, and it looks like Michael Smith is going to get handfuls of match darts here. Double 12 for an 11 darter. 12 darter will do. Well,
16.
He's missed 2, but he will come back. And he's missed outside as well. So not the end of the world for Michael Smith, assuming that he can polish this off in the next
49.
visit.
Oh, and Cullen there has just messed things up with that final dart. He's still on 134 if he does get another chance. Will he get another chance? May well do, but he won't. Double 3 finishes it off, and Michael Smith with a really eye-catching and a very, very stylish and a very accomplished performance advances to the last 16 here in Gibraltar. But really hard lines on Joe Cullen, who played his part in what was a really, really decent game of darts. He can hold his head high, may not have reached the semi-finals as he did in Munich, but my oh my, that was a very, very good display from the beaten man. But Michael Smith was too good in the end. And you have to say, beware Mensur Suljovic tomorrow in the last 16. That will be, on this evidence, a very, very difficult match for him. Mensur has got the better of Smith in the past, but on that evidence, Michael Smith is a man who has to be feared. The lineup for the last 16 is now complete. We resume tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock local time. On stage in the afternoon session in the last 16, Michael van Gerwen, the world number 1, Gary Anderson, the world champion and the Premier League champion, Peter Wright, Michael Smith, and James Wade. The top 4 seeds are all still here. Kim Huybrechts is still here as well.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, have you enjoyed yourselves?
Very nicely indeed. We'll see you tomorrow.
What a terrific evening of darts it's been.